Hey dinosaurs, so today's video was actually suggested by one of you and it was asking me about how to develop more confidence or feel more confident, and I'll put the comment up over here. But I'm just gonna give you guys some random advice that I have that's not like scientifically proven, but it's Blair approved, so take that with a grain of salt, and I'm gonna give you guys my best tips on how to feel more self-confident. This isn't a revolutionary concept, but fake it until you make it, I think is pretty true. It's worked for me for most of my life. If you feel unconfident, just pretend you're super confident, and that tends to help. I don't know, like if I'm going to do a presentation, public speaking, if you feel nervous, just act overly confident and you'll get through your speech. I don't know if that works for everyone, but that works for me. I also find imagining people in their underwear, that like time old saying of imagine someone in their underwear so that you feel more confident, I think works. Or imagine someone pooping. I think that's like a great way to like make yourself feel more human with the other person, because like pooping is like the most embarrassing thing I think you could be doing, right? So if you imagine someone pooping, then like that really hot guy in your class, if you imagine him pooping, you're not as scared to talk to him because you know, like at the end of the day, he is a human and we all poop. Everybody poops. So that's, I guess, a confidence building tip. And then another tip I guess I could give you guys is, honestly, I don't know if everyone's gonna agree with this, but I think like when you do dress up and like feel good, you feel more confident. So like doing your hair, doing your makeup, putting on nice clothes, even if you don't like makeup, then don't do makeup, but do whatever makes you feel like the most polished version of yourself. So if you're like an androgynous type that you like to have like your hair braided and you don't wear any makeup and you think you feel the most confident in your chill tracksuit, then that's your best life and you're feeling confident. But for me, I'm like a glam girl, so I want my nails done, my hair done, my makeup done, and I'm feeling put together. And I just feel more confident if I have all these extra accessories on me. They just help to make me feel more confident. And some people might say that's a bad thing because then you're relying on hiding behind a shield or like a mask or da da da. Take a girl swimming before you take her on a date. But like, I think that like at the end of the day, if you feel confident, it doesn't matter what other people say about your tactics to make you feel more confident. So if other people want to put you down because you're wearing a cake face, like that's their own insecurity because they don't know how to cake their face. In my opinion, probably. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm just saying what I've seen in the past and from, middle school. What else can you do to feel more confident? I also found, and this is just something that I did that not all of my friends embrace, pretty much like I'm one of the only friends that do this, but I just found it like, it helped me a lot to feel more confident. But I was in grade 9 probably, and I just decided like, oh, no guy is asking me for my number. So how am I gonna meet people? How am I gonna date someone if no one's asking me for my number? So I figured might as well go up to someone and just ask them if they want to give me their number. Because if I think you're cute and then you think I'm cute, you're gonna give me your number, and vice versa. And if you don't, then the worst thing you could say is no. And I'm like, after I started doing it for a little bit and people started saying no, which not everyone said no, the way I said that it made it sound like I got a good few no's, but I did get some no's. But at the end of the day, you learn to become okay with getting a no. Like it doesn't really matter because you realize like life goes on. But I found like the worst feeling, at least for me personally, is like when you walk away and you see someone cute and you wanted to talk to them but you didn't feel confident enough, and then you go home and you're like, what if that was my future husband? And I'm like, that feeling sucks. So you might as well ask someone for their phone number because you never know who's your future husband, was sort of my mentality on it, and it made me feel a lot more confident. Another suggestion, which I'm giving from personal experience, is don't date someone who is shitty because you think you can't find anyone better, because that will make your self-confidence like 300 times worse, because just because you think like, oh, this is the best person I could get, but that person is calling you names or trying to control you or won't let you do what you want to do, or thinks that your opinions or what you like to do for fun is dumb, anything like that. If that person is negative or toxic towards you, that's not the best person you could ever be with. There's 7 billion people, I hate to say that again, but there are 7 billion people, and there's someone on this earth who is going to treat you right, who's going to respect you, who's going to think who you are is rad. So don't settle for someone who is going to treat you badly and eventually eventually going to make you have worse self-esteem because you're going to think you deserve to be treated like that. And no one deserves to be treated like that. And I'm telling you this, no matter what you think of yourself, you do not deserve to be treated as mean as the voice inside your head treats you. You don't deserve that. Like, you're already your own worst critic. Your spouse is supposed to be like the person who uplifts you and motivates you, makes you want to be the best version of yourself. So don't settle, I guess, is another really good tip. I got so passionate on that one. That's how you know I care. And I guess another good tip for self-confidence would be know that not everyone is gonna like you and be okay with it. That one is like really, really hard for me because I really want people to like me, and I hate when people don't like me, and I just like want to prove to them like, please like me, like I'll do anything for you to like me. And then it's like, at the end of the day, you're putting all your time and energy into someone who doesn't care about you and doesn't want to get to know you. So don't. There's other people and other things you could be spending your time doing that's more productive. And at the end of the day, no matter what, someone is gonna hate you, and that's just kind of how it is. And I don't know if you guys watched Recess, but it was like a cartoon that I used to watch when I was a kid, and TJ Detweiler really wanted to get the new kid to like him, and no matter what he did, the new kid wouldn't like him because he just didn't like TJ. No matter what he bought him, how cool he was, da-da-da-da, and everyone likes TJ. So it's like, even if you're TJ and everyone likes you, there's still gonna be one kid who doesn't like you just because they don't like you, and even though you're trying your hardest to get them to like you, they're gonna say you're trying too hard, and now I don't like you because you try too hard, and it's like, you can't win. So that's just life. Accept that not everyone's gonna like you, but you have to like you. And at the end of the day, the only person that matters is you, because this is gonna sound a little morbid, but like, at the end of the day, we kind of do all die alone, like, you know? And you want to die knowing that, God, that's so morbid. You want to, you know, live your life knowing that everything you did was the right choice for you, not for someone else. And that you dressed the way you wanted to, you went to where you want, because at the end of the day, you're the one living your life for you. So don't let someone else control you, or stop you from believing that you can achieve what you want to achieve, because you can do a lot more than you think is possible. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure Billie Eilish didn't think she would win 5 Grammys. I'm sure Rihanna never knew that she was gonna have like a huge giant Fenty makeup line. But you know what I mean? You never know what's gonna happen in your future, and at the end of the day, as cheesy as it sounds, you're the writer of your own story and you get to create the ending, so don't let anyone else change your narrative. I also want to add in here that whatever is weird or unique about you that people kind of judge you or make fun of you for, know that that would be what is iconic about you if you were famous. You know what I mean? So like, some models will have like a gap in their teeth, or they'll have a monobrow, or they'll have thick eyebrows, or they'll have eyes that are a little farther apart, but it's like the sexy alien aesthetic. They'll have really big eyes, and it's like, they'll have these unique features that once they're famous, we celebrate and absolutely love them for. But if that person wasn't famous, like, people would make fun of them for. So just know that like, whatever people are making fun of you for, that is your iconic like piece that makes you stand out and unique. So it's like, they're making fun of you for it because they don't either have that trait and they want that trait, like they want bigger lips, or they want your booty, or they want your big eyes, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, whatever they're making fun of you for, I just always take it as either they're jealous, because which sounds kind of cocky, but you know, it is like the best way to live your life. Either the person is jealous of you, or something's going on in their life and they're taking it out on you because of their own personal problems. And I feel like if you look at whenever someone's mean to you as one of those two things, it's either gonna boost you up because you're like, oh dang, my hair is really cute. They think they're making fun of my pink hair, but like, obviously my pink hair is cute. Or you're like, dang, I wonder what's going on for them at home, and you feel kind of bad for them. So either way, you don't leave the situation feeling negative. Also, I watched this TED Talk, I'm gonna link it down below, but it was like a TED Talk on how to like stop bullying, and I don't know why I did it like that. It was to stop bullying, and it made sense. And it was like, basically how he said how you stop bullying is just be overly nice. Because if you are being so nice to a bully, that bully won't be able to insult you because you're being so nice to them that they don't know what to say. And I was like, dang, and it actually made so much sense, because if someone's being mean to you and then you're just saying nice things back at them, they're gonna run out of mean things to say. So like, for example, they're like, you're fat, and I'm like, oh thanks, do you care about my health? I hope you have a good day though. Or something like that. I'm not doing it as well as the guy did, but he was like, he'd say something like, thank you for caring about my health, or something like that. And then the person would be like, I don't care about your health, I want you to die. And then he was like, oh, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Why are you feeling like that right now? Like, being like sympathetic to the person. And the person's like, wait, what? And then, I'll link it down below. You guys can check out. He did a way better job at explaining it. And if you can master his art at stopping bullying, I really think that it would be effective. And I think that he needs to be teaching that in schools, because that's really smart. I've never heard of someone say like stop bullying by being overly nice to the bully. You know what I mean? I've heard like kill them with kindness, but no one's ever been like, here is a step-by-step guide on how to stop bullying by being so nice. And I'm like, dang, it's kind of like passive-aggressive niceness that's just like so sweet. It's just like, I don't know, whipped cream to the bullying. I don't know what I'm saying at this point, but hopefully I had some good advice in this video. I'm not honestly sure. I just kind of said random stuff that helped me, hopefully. So hopefully this could help you in some way. And if you're feeling bad about yourself, just know that everyone feels bad about themselves. All of those baddies on Instagram, you know, it's been proven that a lot of girls Photoshop, so don't like compare yourself to Instagram photos, because we know that they're Photoshopped now, even though it's hard to like, because I even find it hard sometimes, like when I'm looking at all these beautiful girls on Instagram, they look like they're really just like all that gorgeous, and it's extremely overwhelming, especially when your friends are all doing it and everyone knows how to Photoshop, so everyone looks like Barbie dolls, and it's like, it's definitely a hard aesthetic to feel like you live up to. And then it's been proven that the more you Photoshop your images, the more self-conscious you feel, because you know exactly what you're changing. So if you're making your butt bigger or XYZ, like smaller, bigger lips, whatever, right? So it's like, it's awesome that we have the technology to be able to do anything, and like Facetune in a way is an art because it is a skill. Photoshop is a skill and it's a job. But it's also kind of terrifying because it makes us like not know what reality and like looks like, and like what people look like, and sometimes we forget like, hey, that girl does have skin texture, she just blurred it out, you know what I mean? But don't ever compare yourself to anyone online, and I'll even admit here that I Photoshop some of my images. I don't do like heavy Photoshopping, but I do some light Photoshopping, just because that is what's the norm. So it becomes like this pressure of, it's like, if I don't Photoshop, then my photos look bad. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like really stressful. I hate the thought. I hope everyone goes back to like more vintage photos, or people would just post vintage photos, but just posting like original photos. But I don't know that many people that just go to their camera roll, click no filter, and post a photo. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy. I don't know. And I like that a lot of YouTubers now are doing like disposable cameras, and they're like taking their photos from their disposable cameras and uploading them on to Instagram. But then I'm also like, if you're uploading it with your phone, you could still Facetune a photo that's done with a Polaroid camera. So can we really trust anything on the internet? Well, probably not. That's kind of what we were always told. Do you guys remember that house hippo commercial where it was like a little house hippo and it was like, don't believe everything you trust on the internet, or so, or on the TV, because internet wasn't a thing back then? Yeah, that's kind of like the internet. Don't believe everything you see on the internet, because most of it, 80%, is probably a lie. But just know that you're good enough the way you are, and don't let anyone else make you feel less than, because at the end of the day, we're all humans on our own journey of finding happiness, and whatever happiness means to you. And your body is just a shell, a vehicle to get your soul to where you want to be. So don't put so much emphasis on like the car, put the emphasis on the journey that it's taking. Hopefully that makes sense. But it's always nice to put, you know, new rims, some nails, I don't know, on your car. I don't know, man. But I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to like this video, comment down below any videos you guys want to see in the future, and subscribe to my channel to become a dinosaur, and you'll save a dinosaur from extinction. And I love you, dinosaurs. Bye, guys. Rawr.